Summer flower garden border ideas. Large flower gardens can get out of control without a clear design to unify the elements. Stick to a simple color palette of 2 contrasting colors or multiple shades of one color, and you can add more plant varieties without creating an incoherent landscape. Purple butterfly bush, purple salvia, and a white climbing rose stand out in this tidy summer border. A pergola needn't be elaborate to attain that wow factor in the flower garden. You can build a simple DIY pergola out of PVC pipe in one weekend, and who will be the wiser once it's covered in François Jurenville climbing roses like the one in this photo? Climbing roses don't look very pretty at the base, so disguise those thorny canes with a lush underplanting of speedwell or liatris plants, which will complement the roses in the garden as well as in your vase. 2 lilies, Turk's cap lily and foxtail lily, make this flower border special. Some knowledge and effort are required to grow these plants, but the payout is worth it. Soil should be moist, but well drained. A sunny, sheltered spot in the garden is ideal, as high winds cause these tall stems to snap. An hour devoted to staking your tall lilies is essential for these top-heavy flowers, as the blooming time always seems to coincide with spring storms. Single stakes are better than grow-through grids for lilies, as you should tie the stems at multiple places along the stake for the most secure support. The 2-tone spikes of red-hot poker Nephofia and oriental red poppies provide a bright counterpoint to the cool purple spikes of delphinium and salvia. All of these flowers can thrive in harmony in areas with mild summers with average to low humidity. An annual border filled with capsicum, variegata, pink Cosmos bipinnatus, yellow and red Coreopsis tinctoria, and purple basil aptly demonstrates how effective a marriage of flowers, vegetables, and herbs is in the ornamental summer border. Nearly all veggies and herbs like a full day of sun, humus-rich soil, and regular moisture, so choose flowers with similar growing requirements. Classic flowers to liven up the vegetable garden include marigolds, zinnias, and sunflowers. These flowers not only beautify vegetable and herb plantings but also attract pollinators and may repel some garden pests. The key to a successful pairing with an assertive plant like bee balm? Matching it up with similarly vigorous flowering plants, like lamb's ears and day lilies. Like any plant, the fine line that divides welcome volunteers and invasive thugs is the gardener's desire for more plants. In the spring, dig up new bee balm plants that have overgrown their bounds and share them with friends, or you can even put them in the compost bin without feeling guilty about it. Thinning bee balm plants actually prevents mildew by allowing fresh breezes to carry mildew spores away. A successful wildflower garden may seem like the result of a handful of seeds scattered at random, but it's worth considering each specimen of the native garden individually, as each has something important to contribute. Shasta daisy is an easy plant for beginners and rewards with 4 months of blooms that attract butterflies but deflect deer. Pink achillea varieties like Love Parade and Wonderful Wampy are every bit as drought-tolerant and vigorous as the yellow yarrow varieties. This is what flower gardeners wait for in early summer, the first fragrant lavender blooms, complemented by the aroma of sweet alyssum. Include other mounding plants that won't crowd each other out like Coreopsis, sedum, or dianthus in full sun areas. Install plants that spill or creep around paths that are seldom used, as bees may get agitated by frequent passers-by. There are many reasons to explore native plants in the summer border, including ease of maintenance and the ability to attract pollinators like honeybees and butterflies. Wildflowers include summer favorites like these bellflowers and Johnson's blue cranesbill hardy geraniums. Other top-performing native wildflowers for summer borders include butterfly weed, coneflower, bee balm, and penstemon. The tall wands of Verbena bonariensis pair with baby's breath in this easy, breezy summer cottage garden. One person's casual can be another's chaos, so keep the shears handy to remove spent flowers in late summer. Deadheading can also control the unwanted spread of volunteers, which keeps closely packed flower borders from turning into a tangled mass of species. Formal gardens are not usually noted for their abundance of flowers, but when used with restraint, blooms can add color and texture to knot gardens. Even the most austere evergreen hedge can use a bit of softening from the presence of a few tidy roses trained into tree form, also known as standards. Just as you don't have to rely on a few throw pillows to carry the color burden of your entire living room, nor do you need to count on the on-again, off-again blooming cycle of your flowering plants to provide constant color in the garden. It's okay to go against the grain of the natural color trend for fences and borders in the landscape. Instead of fading into the background, this raised bed stands out as a key design element when painted a vibrant fuchsia hue. Plants with burgundy foliage fill in the gap between blooming cycles in your summer flower border. The fact that plants like Purple Emperor, sedum also produce flowers is a big bonus. Other handsome burgundy-leaved flowers to try in the sunny border include hardy hibiscus, summer storm, and calico aster, Prince. It's fun and tempting to buy a variety of new plants at the nursery in the spring, but great garden design can happen with just a few select cultivars. Repetition is pleasing to the eye and makes you look like a garden pro. In addition, sticking to a simple color palette of pinks and purples reduces visual overload. Far from being boring, this garden relies on a few pops of chartreuse in the form of evergreens for contrast. The plumes of a purple smoke tree, Cotinus cogigrea species, makes a fascinating backdrop in this flower garden that features a healthy stand of coneflowers. In spite of its tropical appearance, the smoke tree is hardy in most gardens, tolerating temperatures down to -30 degrees Fahrenheit in the brief Zone 4A growing zone. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.